Usually the things that I like the most are controversial to other people.
You know, it's hard. It's like co-parenting. It's really hard, you know? And like...
You're not co-parenting with just anyone.
Yeah.
Or the quietest.
No, Kanye West and Jeffree Star got together. I know it.
Y'all, actual footage of Kanye West and Jeffree Star together just hit the internet. And this time, it's not some wild internet rumor you can brush off. According to reports, Kim Kardashian is done with Kanye constantly dragging her and the kids into these public embarrassments. And yes, Jeffree Star has officially confirmed that they had a thing. The timing, the receipts, the history, it all lines up way too perfectly. And let's not forget, the internet still hasn't recovered from Kanye's shocking confession about his cousin. But trust me, this new twist with Jeffree Star just blew the lid off everything. Buckle up, because this story is about to get messy. Let's dive in.
So Jeffree Star did sleep with Kanye West? Let's talk about that and more involving the very popular and problematic influencer.
First of all, let's be real. Kanye West has been on a downward spiral for a while now, but these past few weeks, it's been one public meltdown after another. From showing up in full-on Nazi cosplay to dropping disturbing confessions. In his music, it's like he's in a competition with himself to go viral for all the wrong reasons. And now, this latest clip just set the internet on fire. In a newly surfaced video from Wyoming, Kanye is seen looking way too cozy with Jeffree Star. And when I say cozy, I'm talking body language, eye contact, tension. Like, it's giving way more than a random run-in at some ranch. What makes this even wilder is that the Kanye and Jeffree rumors aren't new. They actually first blew up back in 2021 when a TikToker dropped the bomb, but everyone brushed it off as a clout-chasing stunt. Jeffree even added fuel to the fire without ever giving a straight answer. Until now. And with this new footage, let's just say the internet is going nuts all over again. Buckle up, and this saga is far from over.
I guess allegedly Jeffree Star has been sleeping with Kanye West, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Goodbye.
Fast forward to now, and we've got the receipts. Not just blurry rumors or cryptic tweets. We're talking actual footage and Jeffree Star himself confirming that he and Kanye were involved. No more playing coy. Jeffree came out and flat out said the rumors were true. And when you match this up with the wild stuff Kanye's been admitting in his recent lyrics, the puzzle pieces start snapping into place real quick. And let's not forget, this allegedly all went down while Kanye was still married to Kim Kardashian. That brings us back to that infamous car photo, Kim sobbing uncontrollably next to Kanye. At the time, no one knew what had her so broken. We'd seen her cry on TV before, but this was different. This was raw, real-life pain, off camera, unfiltered. Now, with Jeffree's confession and Kanye's behavior out in the open, fans are convinced that was the moment she found out. And honestly, if Kim had just learned that her husband was cheating, and not just cheating, but allegedly with Jeffree Star, can you even blame her for falling apart like that?
You okay?
Not okay.
But here's where it gets even deeper, because it's not just about Jeffree. People online are now pulling old receipts, and suddenly this isn't looking like some one-time wild moment. The speculation is exploding. From whispers about Kanye's unusually close relationship with the late Virgil Abloh, to rumors that Diddy might have been in the mix too, it's all starting to look like a pattern. And now fans are wondering, is this why Ye still stands by Diddy? Even when the entire industry is running in the opposite direction, this isn't just messy. It's layered, explosive, and deeply personal. What started as viral gossip has now turned into a massive conversation about Kanye's identity, his mental state, and the truth behind one of the most dramatic celebrity breakups ever. If this is what Kim was battling behind closed doors, the secrets, the scandals, the emotional chaos, then it makes total sense why she finally snapped. And honestly, she might have been holding it together longer than anyone else could have.
It sucks, you know, when someone doesn't see how different they are. You'll always, hope that you'll see a glimpse of them. And, I hope I do.
But here's where it gets even deeper, because it's not just about Jeffree. People online are now pulling old receipts, and suddenly this isn't looking like some one-time wild moment. The speculation is exploding. From whispers about Kanye's unusually close relationship with the late Virgil Abloh to rumors that Diddy might have been in the mix too, it's all starting to look like a pattern. And now fans are wondering, is this why Ye still stands by Diddy? Even when the entire industry is running in the opposite direction, this isn't just messy. It's layered, explosive, and deeply personal. What started as viral gossip has now turned into a massive conversation about Kanye's identity, his mental state, and the truth behind one of the most dramatic celebrity breakups ever. If this is what Kim was battling behind closed doors, the secrets, the scandals, the emotional chaos, then it makes total sense why she finally snapped. And honestly, she might have been holding it together longer than anyone else could have.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about Azealia Banks, because she just stirred up some serious controversy involving Kanye West, and trust, the tea is piping hot. Now, Azealia's always had a reputation for knowing way more than she should about the entertainment industry. Love her or hate her, when she speaks, people listen. Recently, she dropped some wild claims that have taken the internet by storm, and honestly, things have gotten a lot darker than anyone anticipated. Allegedly, Azealia claimed that Kanye and the late fashion designer Virgil Abloh weren't just creative partners, they were actually lovers. And if that wasn't enough, she went even further, saying that Elon Musk once got intimate with Kanye while he was high on ketamine. Yeah, you heard that right, but she didn't stop there. Azealia casually hinted that Kanye might even appear on one of Diddy's infamous party tapes. You know, those tapes, the ones whispered about in industry circles but never confirmed. She then rattled off supposed reactions from other big names, Jay-Z, Trump, Drake, Travis Scott, all painting a behind-the-scenes picture so chaotic and bizarre, it sounds more like a twisted indie film than real life. But what really sent the internet spiraling wasn't just the name-dropping. It was what Azealia was implying about Kanye's sexuality and deeply personal behavior. According to her, Kanye's encounters weren't just rumors, they were real, raw, and messy. Here's the exact quote. Kanye and Virgil were lovers. Elon definitely got some head from Kanye off that ketamine. Kanye is on one of them Diddy tapes. Jay-Z was like, no homo. Trump was like, no homo. Drake was like, no thank you. Ander hit him with the strap. Kim thought she could, but vomited on his back and started crying. Chris yelled, cut! Yeah, it's wild. It's disturbing. And it doesn't stop there. Azealia's bombshell isn't just about sex or scandal. It's about what she's suggesting lies beneath Kanye's public persona. For years, there have been jokes and rumors about Kanye's preferences, often brushed off as just another eccentric celebrity quirk. But Azealia is saying it's not just a kink, it's part of a much deeper and more troubling story. And just when people thought it couldn't get worse, more shock came from Kanye himself. In a recently leaked track, allegedly titled Cousins, Kanye reportedly raps about performing oral sex on his own cousin. Depending on who you ask, he was either 7 or 14 when this happened. But either way, it's horrifying. Not just because of the ages involved, but because it was his younger cousin. Incest is more than taboo. It's illegal in all 50 states for a reason. Morally, spiritually, legally, it's a hard no. Now fans are reeling. Even those who once defended Kanye are saying this isn't art, this is trauma. And yet Kanye himself is out here dropping tracks like this as just another day at the studio. The internet is in full meltdown, and honestly, who can blame them? Cousin had then to add even more confusion. Kanye posted something online trying to explain the song, talking about how he and his cousin got exposed to adult magazines too young, and how it might have affected their behavior, and how his cousin later ended up in jail for unaliving a pregnant woman. It's a lot like way too much to process. As always, Kanye broke it all down on X, saying this song called Cousin, about my cousin that's locked in jail for killing a pregnant lady a few years. After I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore, perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines. But the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin till I was 14. I don't know about y'all, but this is the kind of secret I would take to the grave, not something I would rap about post. About or try to dress up as a deep metaphor. It is heavy and traumatic. Not to mention maybe this cousin in question wasn't ready for this kind of info about him to be leaked to the public. Unfortunately, no one takes anything serious on social media. Nowadays, so, in a sad turn of events, people have turned this confession into memes and gifts. This one was captioned, Kanye West leaving his cousin's house. There have been quite a number of disturbing memes all over the internet since he released that song. So yeah, Zelia's claims might sound outrageous at first, but when you stack them next to Kanye's own lyrics and confessions, suddenly they don't feel that far-fetched anymore. This story just keeps unfolding in ways that no one expected. Y'all listen, say what you want about Kanye West, but one thing we can't ignore is how deeply layered and low-key tragic his story is, like beyond the headlines and viral moments. This man is carrying the kind of wounds most people never even speak on, like literally something changed the moment Kanye's mom died, 'cause he kind of buried a part of him too, like the grounded, focused version of Ye disappeared with her, and ever since it's been chaos, breakdowns, and a non-stop identity crisis on full display. And his behavior has been erratic, loud, controversial, wild, like nothing positive at all. And to top it all off, Kanye's upbringing wasn't the best. So, we're not going to try to pretend like this is questionable behavior that came out of nowhere. The truth is, when someone grows up surrounded by emotional chaos, toxic energy, and possibly even dark and inappropriate experiences as a child, it leaves permanent fingerprints on their soul, since the brain of a child is literally still forming. Those early experiences shape how we love, who we trust, and even how we see ourselves. Some traumas don't just hurt, they rewire you. That's why this convo around Kanye's mental and emotional state shouldn't be brushed off with memes. If you have ever been exposed to something disturbing or way too mature as a kid, you know that pain doesn't just vanish, and when you mix that with fame pressure and the world constantly watching your every move, that is literally a recipe for chaos. Now here's where it gets even messier. The thing is, Kanye's case is always rather complicated, since he thrives in chaos and controversy that has led many to wonder why, after all of these years of denying ever being with Jeffrey, he suddenly volunteers this information, and Jeffrey, whose middle name is literally Clout, confirms it to be true. What are the odds that out of nowhere, Jeffrey flips the script and throws out a tweet like, okay, F it, the rumors are true, with that freaky little emoji, and Kanye, already spiraling, didn't deny it either. In fact, he doubled down on being unpredictable, dropping lyrics and content that only hinted more and more at some kind of inner identity conflict. It's like he is not even hiding anymore. It is just all hanging out raw, unresolved, and loud on a plot twist. Though many believe that Ye must be launching something in the near future, so he's trying to get people to turn their attention to him. But Kanye is so big. He never needs clout before dropping any major announcement, but he just kind of doesn't get it anyways. Whether it was clout or truth, the internet lost it. Now here we are, discussing Kanye's sexuality, which isn't the real story. This is someone who is likely still that little boy, confused and hurting. Fame didn't heal him, if anything. It just gave his pain a microphone, and honestly, for some of the most legendary creatives in history, pain has always been their inspo. That doesn't make it okay, but it does explain how someone can be both a musical genius and a walking breakdown, a perfect combination. Straight out of Hollywood, this person wrote, "I don't care if he's bisexual or gay or whatever. It's the fact that he cheated on his wife and said some Nazi wild that bothers me. He needs serious help now. Even more crap, it's diabolical." Someone else said, "I feel bad for his children, not going to lie. The decline in Ye's mental state over the past few years, as well as these recent truths being released, must be horrifying for them." And then this one read, "Brahu, get help. We are watching a man self-destruct in real time." And this is like so true, because Kanye has literally been self-destructing this whole time. This whole time, people have been blaming Kim for the relationship falling apart. Kim K is regretting everything. Without a doubt, Kim must be regretting ever. even meeting Kanye and having this permanent bond with him through the kids. However, it is actually Kanye who recently said he regrets having kids with Kim. Kanye West, I didn't want to have children in a recent interview with DJ Academics on YouTube. West revealed that he regretted getting her pregnant, as he did not want kids with her. That is my fault.
That was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
So yeah, maybe Kanye is battling something deep and unresolved, but at the same time, it's like he's using his pain to punish the people around him, especially Kim. And honestly, it's just sad. This isn't entertainment anymore. This is someone clearly crying out for help. While the internet laughs, makes memes, and turns it all into a joke, those who've ever had to heal from something they couldn't even speak about, they get it. They don't find any of this funny. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next one.